Hi, I'm Daine Danielson. My Slack ID is Daine Danielson. My email is dane@uchicago.edu. My contribution ID is 330, and I'm an early career member. I'll be discussing whether tabletop experiments can discover the graviton. This is work done with Gautam Sadishchandran and Bob Wald at the University of Chicago. So let's go through my poster section by section. First, in the background section, I refer you to Snowmass LOI, discussing the ongoing experimental push to confirm the robust low-energy prediction that the gravitational field should mediate quantum entanglement. The significance of our result is to suggest that a future confirmation of gravitational entanglement in these experiments may be viewed as an evidence for the existence of the graviton. In the second section, I discuss a thought experiment in which an experimenter, Bob, will attempt to superluminally communicate to Alice by decohering her superposed mass by means of her superposed gravitational field. In the third section, I mention a back-of-the-envelope analysis given by one of us and other authors and review the physical mechanisms by which causality will be maintained and which underlie our analysis. In the next two sections, with decoherence in their names, I show how to calculate the degree of decoherence attributable to Alice and Bob, respectively. And in the third column, I review our rigorous resolution to the paradox. What does any of this have to do with real-world experiments? Again, in the third column, you'll see a conformal diagram of Minkowski spacetime with the thought experiment and 3 time slices sigma. In the fourth column, we discuss the implications of our work using that diagram. Slices sigma 1 and sigma 3 both pass through the conclusion of Alice's interference experiment, and so therefore only contain the freely propagating radiation resulting from Alice's finished process. That is to say, these are purely on-shell graviton states, which would propagate to infinity. The difference between these states slices over Bob's experiment, so it's clear that Bob is merely interacting with these gravitons. On the other hand, consider sigma 2. This time slice lies to the future of Bob's experiment, but to the past of Alice's recombination of her wave function. There's no free radiation in that state. It's just a superposed Newtonian field. But Bob has finished his measurement. Bob has merely measured the superposed Newtonian field of Alice's particle. We show that under the protocols of this thought experiment, the on-shell graviton perspective and the Newtonian entanglement perspective are equivalent, and both must be admitted for consistency. Future experiments aim to measure directly entanglement mediated by the superposed gravitational field in a purely Newtonian regime, where no such on-shell graviton states can be unambiguously drawn, like those on sigma 1 and sigma 3. But we show that the causal consistency necessitates a direct relationship between Newtonian entanglement and the existence of gravitons. This yields strong support for the view that any observation of entanglement mediated by a superposed Newtonian field, the regime of direct relevance to experiments, will provide evidence for the existence of the graviton. Thanks.